Hello, beautiful. It's your girl, Choreo here. Welcome back to my Sunday Sensual Stretch class. So this is literally just 10 minutes of stretching. You can do this on your bed, on your sofa, in your shower. If it's big enough, girl, you can just do it wherever you're comfortable. What I do encourage you to do is ensure that wherever you do it, there is silence. It's a meditative stretch, so there's less emphasis on trying to perfect the stretches, even though, having as good form as you possibly can is good to prevent injuries. But the emphasis is on meditating, quieting yourself, and reminding yourself through affirmations, which I have suggested: I am loved, I am worthy, and I am in charge. Today's stretches will include a lunge, hamstring stretch, and a full or side split. So in the center, you'll see hamstring stretch or half split modified. So when I get into that full side split, you can definitely use this as a modification. Remember, listen to your body for all these stretches. So I do have a yoga block, a cork yoga block. Any yoga block will do. If you don't have a yoga block, consider using a firm cushion, which is perhaps a little bit thicker than the ones that I have right here, right? So you can consider using that, or if you have a towel this big, right? And then all I did was I cut it into some squares, here, here, so that it's thick enough. And then from there, I just roll it up, right? So that's a trick I learned while working in a hospital with patients when we want to prop up their leg or whatever. But you can put your foot on this. It won't be as intense as this block because it doesn't give, it gives a lot more. But especially for beginners, you can start off with something like this. All right. And then even if this is too intense, you can just do it without. You don't necessarily need it, because what the block is going to be doing essentially is giving me an overstretch. And your lunge position can either be here, or I will be placing my knee down. All right, so starting now. Getting into a lunge, just stretching here. I am loved, I am worthy, I am in charge. I am loved, I am worthy, I am in charge. You can go ahead and put both elbows on the floor. You can adjust that leg so that it allows you to fall deeper down. If you can't get the elbows on the floor, you can stay up here. You can keep one hand on that opposite knee. Just really roll, keep the hips moving. I am loved, I am worthy, I am in charge. Breathe into those areas that are particularly tight. I am loved, I am worthy, I am in charge. From here, I'm going to switch out to the opposite side. Same thing. Cover my cha-cha. Here we are. And if you feel a little bit tighter on one side as compared to the other side, don't you worry about that. We are all human beings and we do have asymmetry. Okay. Some of us, it may be a little bit more obvious than some. Others of us, there may be an injury or just some innate condition that has caused you to not have as much range of motion that you would like to have. Everything takes time, right? Focus on self. I am loved. I am worthy. I am in charge. I'm going to bring my hands down, adjusting that standing leg out a bit so I'm a bit more comfortable. I am loved. I am worthy. And I am in charge. I'm going to push myself back up. From here, I'm going to place one leg forward, and instead of going into a lunge, what I'm going to be doing is placing that back leg down like so. I'm going to come down, pull back into a nice, delightful hamstring stretch. From here, If you like to, you can put the block under the leg, put the leg up there, and just stretch back. Now, the position of the block will increase the intensity of the stretch. So this is baseline, this is a little bit higher, and this is definitely higher, okay? So for the purpose of this video, I'm just gonna keep it right here at base. Also because that's where my body can manage right now. I am loved, I am worthy, I am in charge. I am loved, I am worthy, I am in charge. And my body is asking me to put that other hip on the floor. And so that's what I'm going to do. If that doesn't feel right to you, you don't have to do it, okay? Here we are. I am loved, I am worthy, I am in charge. I am loved, I am worthy, I am in charge. Focus on self, breathe in goodness, breathe out toxicity. Believe in yourself, whatever it is that you have going on, this too shall pass. I am loved, I am worthy, I am in charge. This too shall pass. Going over to the other side, and I'm going to start just as I did on that other side. And just for a time check, we are now at 5 minutes 40 seconds remaining. So I'm starting off here. My right side is particularly tight, and so I'm going to listen again. My hips want to roll onto that floor, so I open up into a side half split. I'm still reaching over. I am loved, I am worthy, I am in charge. Breathe in. Feel the muscles. Get that mind to muscle connection and visualize those muscles lengthening as you're stretching, as you're breathing in good, positive energy. I am loved. I am worthy. I am definitely in charge. I am loved. I am worthy. I am in charge. I am grateful. I'm just filled with so much gratitude. Rolling back up. Reposition those legs, those hands. Put that block away. And what we're going to be doing is moving into a side split. So I'm going to go into a half split and then a side split. So for those of you who are unable to do either one, I'm going to give you an alternative. If you do have blocks, you can place the blocks on either side of you, and you want to place one foot forward. You want to hold on to the blocks. Of course, the higher it is the more help you're going to be receiving. If you have anything solid can be used, and that is the same height if you don't have blocks. All right, just make sure they're the same height. So from here, you want to make sure you square the hips. The two hip bones are facing forward, and you can either place one knee on the floor like this, and holding on takes off the pressure off of the hips, or you can go down as far as you can and hover where it is that you feel this is where my body will stop for now. I feel so tight. I know it may not look that way to the untrained eye, but I really do feel so tight, especially after the gym. Place one on the outside here. I am loved, I am worthy, I am in charge. Get that mind to muscle connection. Feel the lengthening of the tissues. Feel the beat of the heart. Feel the blood coursing through your body, that good, clean blood. Breathe in good, clean oxygen. And breathe out the carbon dioxide that we don't need. Relax the face, relax the hands, shoulders, the jawline. I am loved, I am worthy, and I am in charge. From here, Starting to feel so comfortable here, but we need to move on. I'm going to use my blocks to help me up out of this split. And I'm going to move to the opposite side, just realizing that it was actually my left leg in front. My right leg is a tighter side. So you can zero in on whatever side is tighter for you. I'm going to start gently up here. I'm going to gently allow my hips to open. And my hips will tell me when they're ready to come down. And get that block lower. So I'm lower to the floor, assisting my hips. And ooh, that's a big stretch. Ooh. And immediately I feel my body rolling away from the stretch. It's up to you if you want to try to train your body to not resist the stretch too much. Like I said, we're not doing perfection today. We're focusing on self. I am loved. I am worthy. I am in charge. Relax the brows. Relax the jawline. I am loved. I am worthy. I am in charge. However amount of times you feel that you may need to adjust, go ahead and do that. For me, my inner hamstrings are super tight, so I'm rolling onto them. Gently, gently, gently. I am loved, I am worthy, and I am in charge. Just about 30 seconds to go. If it feels good to reach down, kiss your knee. Whew, I am loved, I am worthy, I am in charge. Good girls. From here, whew, let me use my blocks. Use my blocks to help myself out. Again, this is not a boot camp. We're just waking the body up as much as we can. And just because we're on the last few seconds, actually 2 seconds and 1, you can just rock the hips from side to side to release them a little bit more. Alrighty, thank you so much for joining this sensual stretch, yet another episode. So we've had 4 so far. I'll see you next week for week 5.